here with Josh again with the Lake Dillon Theater. And Josh, you're going to tell us a little bit about what's happening at the Lake Dillon Theater. You guys have some of the best live theater here in the county, which is really exciting. And tell us about your next show you have.
Sure. So our next production is the classic Candor and Ebb favorite, Cabaret. Many folks may recognize that show from the movie version, which was the Liza Minnelli, Joel Grey Oscar-winning film. The stage version is different. It's much more theatrical, but the music is the same. It's still Cabaret and the Money Song. Lots of songs that people will recognize, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful story.
Yeah, and you guys have it. It's a very intimate setting. Is that a little bit different than your other typical theaters?
Absolutely. So intimacy is one of the things that we do best. It's one of our core values. And so when you walk into the theater during the theatrical performance, you're no further than just a few feet away from the performers, which is really exciting, especially with the show like Cabaret that has so much interaction. With the audience, because it takes place, much of the show takes place in the Berlin Cabaret. But you also get to interact, you walk in, you interact with the staff, you interact with the actors. After the show, we always have a talk back. We call it our epilogue talk back, and here's an example of our previous show, the Doyle and Debbie show, and how close the audience actually is to the stage. Now, one of the great things about our space is a true flex space. So each production has a different seating configuration. So if folks joined us for the Doyle and Debbie show, that was more proscenium traditional style. This is actually in a 3/4 thrust. So people are sitting on all sides of the stage.
And that just makes a huge difference. You go to theater, you want to almost feel like you're part of the show and really enjoying every aspect of it. And that's what you can do in live theater. And you guys also do some youth theaters, which are just a really, really amazing, really cool thing. So tell us a little about the youth productions.
Absolutely. So our Youth Theater Workshop, we're in our 23rd year of this. We have some spectacular programs that just got started last week. They last all summer long. This year our kids are producing our education department is producing some great shows that people might recognize, like Annie and Winnie the Pooh and The Wizard of Oz. Even though our first sessions have already started, there's still availability in our second, third, and fourth sessions. So if you've got some kids who are maybe just in town visiting, your grandkids are just visiting for a few weeks and you're looking for something creative and exciting for them to do, check us out. The other thing I'll mention too is that the performances are always free to the public. And I think a lot of people may think, oh, it's kids theater, it'll be cute, but I'll tell you, the last production we did was our spring production. It was The Stinky Cheese Man and Other Stupid Fairy Tales. And I got to tell you, these kids were amazing. They were so funny. It was so entertaining. And there were adults, the kids' parents and whatnot, who were just cracking up. I mean,
that's so cool. And
really
it's
fun.
So good for the kids to be able to experience that. And you guys do one more thing, the Sunset at the Summit in the Cabaret series. What is that?
Correct. So that's our year-round music series, is the Cabaret series, not to be confused with the musical Cabaret that we're also producing. During the summer, our Summer Sunday Cabaret series, it's a concert series that takes place on Sunday evenings. That's going to get kicked off the second week of July. I believe it's the 10th.
Okay.
Those are on Sunday evenings. And then, of course, our free Sunset at the Summit concert series. This has been going on for 23 years as well. This year, we're excited that we're going to be producing those concerts in July on Saturdays at Rainbow Park in Silverthorne. Wow. So lots of exciting things coming up this month.
Well, yeah, it's huge. There's a lot going on here, and it's exciting that we have just a fabulous local theater here, and the Lake Dillon Theater does a fabulous job and wonderful time. So I want to just thank you guys all again for watching Summit Sunrise here on TV8 Summit, and we'll be back after this break.